Welcome to clickmyproject.com. This video will lead us to the complete demo of Heterogeneous Web Service Selection from Ontology Repository based on Adaptive Service Selection algorithms. Let us see the abstract of our process. Service exposure is essential for service delivery. Service selection is a major constraint to discover and deliver services in a user-friendly way. In this project, we improve reliability of service discovery by adapting service selection algorithm in Ontology Repository to discover selected services and for consistency checking. Discovered selected services displayed to user through widget repository. In this project, we improve reliability of service discovery by adapting consistency checking and service selection algorithm in Ontology Repository to discover selected services. Discovered selected services displayed to user by widget repository in concern with non-functional properties of features. Let us see the flow of our process. Here, the user requests any service and this request is processed by the administrator. The administrator have two types of works. One is an offline work and another one is an online work. The offline work won't happen while the user requests any services, and the online work is while user requests any service, it will be processed by the administrator and he will check the availability of the service, and if the service is available, it will be provided to the user, and if it is not available, a service message will be displayed to the user. The offline work of the administrator is finding any ontology and load those ontology into the ontology repository, then creating OWL file based on the requirements and updating the ontology if needed. This is the offline work, and we are going to evaluate our service provision by comparing three types of services. We are going to provide different services and we are getting these services, we are selecting these services from three repositories. One is from the database server. It will contain all types of services, not only the ontology, and our ontology repository contains only the ontology files, and the another one is the history database. In history database, it will be stored to the user database, and if we request the same service again and again, it will be provided from the history database. Hence, we finally prove the ontology service repository is efficient then from the server. Let us see the execution of our process. Open the project in NetBeans and run file service provider. Start one server before execution. Click Start Server to receive from any request from client. See server started and waiting for client request. This is the client request form. Type the client name, so request any service here. Here I'm typing pizza. Click any request level. So here you can specify the mode of request, whether it is purchase or inquiry. So I did as purchase, and here I need to type date. So the preferred time for request, click any one. So submit request. So it will show you message like request posted successfully. Click OK. Now open the window. Service provider using ontology repository. Here the request is received here from the given IP. So the request for service about pizza within 15 days. Okay. Click on server database. So here your request is received and click on server search. The service is available. The list of data in the server is provided here, and the extracted information about the pizza is displayed here. So in pizza we are having this different types of flavors, and it will be displayed here. And then click on ontology repository tab and click search. So this service is provided from the Ontology Repository, and click on History Database, click Search in History. If a file is already in History Database, it will be provided here, otherwise it won't be. Here you're having only two data in the history, and details about the requested service is displayed here. So now we can evaluate these service selection from history database, server database, and ontology database. So click on the server database tab and click here time evaluation. So here we are having the searching time evaluation from the server selection time evaluation from the server, and the server selection from ontology and history database. It takes too much time to search from the database server and to display the service to the user, and to select the service from ontology requires less time than from the server database, and history takes much less than the ontology and server. Click on memory evaluation. So here it will take server database, this processing memory bytes is required, and for ontology and for history database. So now we can create OWL files here too. So to create the OWL file using Proteach tool, click create OWL. A file will be opened here. To store the database in the server database and ontology repository, just type the file name here in which it should be saved. I'm typing tree. So here the class name is tree, and the property name is name and yes. I'm just specifying the name and year property name. Click on create. Once you click on the create button, it will be stored in the D drive. In D drive, we are having server DB folder, and here we are having server data and history data. This is the data already we are having in these files. So once you save this OWL file, it will be stored here. So click on assign values. So here we are having the tree and the name and years. So here type some values. Click next value to add more values. Click save. So here it will be save now. Open the D drive, click on server DB folder, and here in server data and in ontology repository, the file that we created is stored here. Tree. So likewise, we can create any OWL files, and we can provide services using the services will be requested by the user, and it will be provided by three databases. One is ontology repository, another one is server database, and another one is history database. So this history database will provide you these contents only if the user already requested the same service again. Then only it will be displayed from the history database. Otherwise, it will show like there is no file in the history database. From server, all services will be provided, and it will take much time than from the ontology repository or history database. So in ontology repository, we are having only the conceptual files and not any other files. So and hence we evaluate that, and we prove that our performance evaluation, our approach is efficiently selected services from the ontology repository, and it is efficient than the normal database. Hence, we achieve efficient service selection using ontology repository, and we are efficiently created the OWL file using Proteach tool. Thank you. Thanks for watching.